It's Big Rick here at Rock on the Range for my 10th time, and it is the 10th anniversary. I'm here with my buddy Clay, who has been a big part of all of these over the years, and now...
this is my 5th, actually.
I was going to say, I knew that you hadn't been here since the beginning, but what you've done in the 5 years that you have been here, amazing, and how Danny Wimmer Presents has grown. I know you're more of the sponsorship guy, but this all doesn't happen if you don't do what you do.
Well, I'm the head of marketing and brand partnerships. I mean, I hate calling sponsorships because we're all partners at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, my job here at Rock on the Range is to help with the secondary entertainment and the experience stuff, and obviously with the Monster Energy experiences and the Jack Daniels and the FYEs, the music experience, everything else we have going on here. But my job, Shamey's my counterpart, so I help her with whatever she needs help. She crushes it on the marketing. Chris Thomas on the sponsorship, same thing. So we're a team. Everyone's a team, and Joe, Danny, and Gary work on the talent. So it's a big team.
The thing that I've loved watching this grow over the years, because this tent, when it started, was there were 5 of us. I mean, I was one of them, and there was maybe a handful of others. And I love how everybody else kind of bought into what's going on here. But the fan experience of all of those different things that are out there. I was just walking through the music tent and looking at the guitars and just this isn't just, if there is a band playing that maybe you're like, okay, I don't, this isn't interesting to me, this isn't interesting to me. We've got a comedy tent, we've got guitars, we've got just about anything else to entertain you until you're ready, or if you want to get out of the sun like that. I think you've done a great job of that, because there's not a ton of space here like you have at a Carolina Rebellion where you can keep expanding. That's got to be really difficult to place everything. It's got to be like Tetris a little bit. Yeah,
but that's where it is like that, and that's where on the sponsorship side, what you brought in, it's very important for us to bring these experiences, because Rock on the Range is it's a stadium show. It's the Super Bowl of rock festivals, So having unique experiences like the music experience, which you walk through, which has artist signings and guitar demos, and you're actually learning from the guys making the instruments. Like a good guy over there, which I should introduce you to, is Chris Cannella. He's behind Eddie Van Halen's sound. He's over there teaching kids how to play guitar. So,
I wish he was teaching this kid how to play guitar.
So, I mean, that's the cool thing, is we have these guys that are iconic in our genre, and it's also a big education component of what we do, because as public funding goes away from schools and kids aren't playing music anymore, that's what the music experience exists. So we have the student experience that we support, and we bring kids in, and a lot of times they're picking up the guitar for the first time at this show.
Actually, I remember last year at Louder Than Life, you brought a whole bunch of kids over, and you're like, oh, Rick will tell them about radio. And so that is cool, and I think it's neat that you can do that. And does the areas that you do the shows, and obviously maybe here in Columbus, does the area help support that with the kids programs? Do they support kids coming to this
Absolutely.
kind of stuff? Good.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all our responsibility to kind of get these kids to play music, because at the end of the day, if kids aren't playing guitar, who's going to be headlining this festival in 20 years, right?
So we'll be here too.
I hope so.
We'll be here.
My health allows me to.
No doubt.
But no, it is our responsibility, and I work very closely hand in hand with the music experience organizers to make sure we over deliver, because I literally personally go over there. I let them do their thing. They walk with me. They get to know me. I introduce them to my friends in the bands. I bring them by you so you can tell them about radio, because at the end of the day, they need to know there's some tangible opportunities for them. Listen, you don't have to be in a band. There's a tech guy, there's a roadie, there's a trucker, there's a laborer, but there's also the radio guy, there's the media guy, there's the marketing guy. And I think that's what makes it a better experience. There's real opportunities for you after if you work hard and you want to learn.
I just want to ask you this, and it's kind of off the subject, but kind of on. We grew up with MTV. We knew music videos existed. Like, I guess this is probably where kids get to see that many different types of music at one time, because you can find it on YouTube, or you can listen to it on the internet, or still turn on a radio station, but visually this is the only place you get to watch live videos, I guess.
This is the new Discovery program, and like bands like the Silver Snakes that played today, I'm a huge fan of, and I saw Nothing More is another band. We found the Roxy, First to Five. There's only 20 people in the room with me. I just found that band, and we put them on some festivals, we tested it out, and it reacted. And that's how people, you don't have MTV anymore, or that's where that first look and first listen you're going to get. It's actually organic. It's hard work. It's guys like you kind of supporting it and breaking bands, because we're at the end of the day, you're a tastemaker. We're a tastemaker. We're not banking on the Silver Snakes selling 2,000 tickets.
Sure.
What we're banking on them is someone coming in there and getting their mind blown.
Yeah, I guess that's a really good way to look at it. And I just everything you're saying keeps making me want to go veer away from what we're talking about at the festivals here, but that's okay, because I find this stuff to be very, very interesting. But the festival last year at Carolina Rebellion, and I think I sent it to you, you probably saw it, I got to live like my MTV dream, because I was singing Row Him with Pennywise. And there was not a bigger kid in that place having more fun than me. So there's still things that happen here that, even if you've been here for 10 years and you've been to other festivals, like, something happens here every year that becomes really, really monumental and special. And yesterday, and I asked him about it, and in Carolina, Vinnie Paul played in Columbus for the first time, and you could see on his face that
it was a very incredible moment for him. I mean, I couldn't imagine what that's like, going through that, what he went through, and I'd probably be in the same mindset coming in here too, where I don't even know how I'd react, and to see that and to see him hit the stage in Columbus, Ohio for the first time since Dime's death. It was a moment for everybody. And it was a moment for rock history, and it happened here at Rock on the Range at the 10-year anniversary. Every year you get something fresh and unique. I mean, I remember Phil. Speaking of Pantera, Phil playing with Living Colour a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Jumping on stage and wrecking the drums. And I have a photo in my office of his shin bleeding, sitting on the tour bus right after the set that my buddy gave me. So that's what you don't know what you're going to get at these things more than anything.
No, the unpredictability of this stuff is wonderful. Now let's talk about, for at least I know for me, the next big thing that I'll certainly be a part of, and I know you're very excited about, and is kind of really part of your brainchild, is Louder Than Life, and the first gourmet man food festival type of thing. And it's almost like when we talked about it for the first time, I think you were more excited about that part of it and the bourbon, and it was like, oh yeah, and I mean there's bands there, but yeah, you gotta try the food.
Well, the thing is, when you do these festivals, and I wish I could say it was my child. I mean, Danny Wimmer is. I work for him for a reason. And to me, he's a genius. He's always trying to push the fan experience to another level.
He's a hard worker too. My goodness,
he's the hardest working man in the business, and he makes the team work just as hard. But he's a great leader, and when you see the boss man doing what he does, it motivates you to work that much harder.
Trash cans.
Yeah, because it's a fan experience thing. He's like, the fan won't like that. I'm going to put it there, and if no one's going to get there quick enough, hey, let's go. We can't be waiting around for.
It's like a mad scientist.
Yeah, but that's why Louder Than Life's a special show. I mean, we originally, we went to Louisville to start a bourbon, and I told you this first year you guys were there, and we started tasting all the food, and we started meeting all these people. I'm like, this is a perfect environment for something one of a kind, and now it's turned into the world's biggest bourbon festival.
Which is a good thing,
right? Yeah. With built within a music festival, and then you have obviously the gourmet man food, that's where it started. And now that kind of goes with us on certain markets. So you have Philadelphia, the Rock Allegiance Festival has a gourmet man food. We announced the Chicago Open Air this year, which is a big metal festival in Chicago that has a gourmet man food, Chicago style. Houston style. Texas, go big or go home, gourmet man food there.
I bet there's a lot of ribs at that.
We're gonna have some fun at that one. That one I'm really excited for because I'm a barbecue freak.
Yeah.
And Texas is known for its BBQ.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
So, but that's what we're always trying to push, the fan experience, because they know what they're getting with their favorite bands, and they're for a reason for those bands. So what can they do when they're not watching the music? Well, go to the bourbon world if you're old enough. Go to the music experience. I mean, last year we had the WWE at Louder Than Life.
Yeah.
Aftershock in California, we had the WWE there as well. If you were in that if you were in that tent, you would have seen Corey Taylor from Slipknot slap a wrestler.
Yeah.
And that was all over the went all over the internet. It went viral, that video. So you don't know what you're going to get these things, even from the secondary entertainment, because the bands are here as fans as well, and they're trying to do some fun stuff as well.
Does anything surprise you that happens here? Like, I mean, you get to see a lot of this coming before anybody else. Is there still things that come up that you go, I can't even believe that happened?
Not really. I mean, I think it's more so like Disturbed in Jacoby. No one knew that was going to happen, and he just jumped on stage and he had this great moment. I think that's what it comes down to, is more the unpredictability of what's going to go on the set, or if you're going to get a special set. I think that's more where you're going to get the more unique stuff. I mean, the bands are going to walk through the crowd, so you never know who you're going to meet.
Yeah, that's true.
What we try to do is push the secondary entertainment, like I keep going and back into. So for us to surprise you with a unique food option that you discover, a new unique restaurant that you're discovering for the first time, that's what's important to us. Because once you discover things, going back to bands you've never heard, that we're not banking selling 2,000 tickets. We want you to discover them for the first time, to go home and say, oh man, I found a new bourbon I like, or I have a new beer, a new band, I met a new friend, I'm dating this chick now because of it. I mean, that's what it really comes down to. It's a community. Rock and roll is not a genre of music, it's a lifestyle.
Oh, you know how much Angels Envy I've had to drink in the last 2 years?
You gotta come to my office, I got some in there.
Oh, well, I'm definitely gonna hit that up. Now, before I let you go, because I know you got stuff to do, break some news for me. What is it that I don't know that I can share?
So we will be announcing the Louder Than Life Festival on May 31st.
Okay.
And that's going to be a very special one. We're going to have two headliners that have never played together before.
Really?
The Who's Who of Rock. I can't give you too much
You're killing
information.
me, Smalls.
I'm sorry. I wish I had a mask to wear, but
I'm looking forward to it. So May 31st.
Yeah, May 31st.
All right. Well,
you missed my hint.
Well, you went like this.
What did I say before that? I just told you a line. I just gave it away.
Did you catch it? Yeah.
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 I wish I had a mask to hide.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything else, and then I'm just going to beg you to tell me when we get
I'll
off
tell you when we're off the camera.
All right, great to see you, my friend. Congratulations on
Thanks,
year number 10. Danny Wimmer Presents, absolutely killing it all over the country, and if nothing else, I'll see you in Kentucky.
Well, I want to say thank you because at the end of the day, we can't do these without you guys. So
we love doing
thank
it,
you.
man.
Come out, you're always our guest.
We're going to do it forever.
Cool. I'm in. I hope we last that long.
I hope. Clay, great to see you, buddy.
Thanks, man.